Okay. Yeah, it looks like my Facebook connection got disconnected, but now we're all good. Let me go over here and open up YouTube so I can follow myself. All right, another 3 minutes before the Asian Pacific market opens in Singapore and Shanghai, so China time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And right now we're looking at the gold chart on the 15-minute time frame on TradingView. And this is the start of the day here. We had a little bit of a move up. And then Tokyo opened at 1 hour ago, went down, went back up, and now it's going down again. So a lot of sideways movement here on the 15-minute chart. I've been away for about 10 days, so it might be a while before anybody starts to come in here and follow. They thought I've disappeared, but no, I was on holiday, on vacation in Kathmandu, Nepal, and just got back late last night, and now I'm back in the routine. I'll be here with the live trading every day, Monday to Friday, same time, same channel. Another 1.5 minutes before the Singapore and Shanghai. Yeah, it was great. It was just awesome. My first time in Nepal, and just stayed in Kathmandu in the main city there. I didn't travel around the country, but yeah, it was great. Awesome. Very friendly people, good food, lots to see and do, lots of activities. It was great. I went up into the Himalaya mountains a little bit, the highest point in Kathmandu, and it was really great. Ah, I just lost connection for a second there, it looks like. Yeah, it's one of the top 5 cheapest countries in the world. I was really surprised how cheap everything was. Very, very cheap. Thanks. Hey, Howard, good to see you here. Good to see the team back. Yeah, I'll be here every day now, Monday to Friday again on a regular schedule. Just got back late last night. Had a great holiday. Absolutely. I have some friends over there, so they were able to show me around. I wasn't just on my own, just trying to figure out, what to see and what to do. So the Singapore and Shanghai market opened about 30 seconds ago. And what I'm going to do, this is a 15-minute chart. We're looking at the usual chart. You got the pivot point there, the blue line, and first level of resistance here, and then the first level of support. And then the trend lines have just really been kind of in a range so far. Tokyo didn't do much with it, mostly down and then up again, back down. Well, I don't know if I've missed much or not. You can still make money even in the range trading, and that's what I'm gonna show you now. I'm gonna jump over to the, 1-minute chart, and I've been experimenting with this for a while now, and I just started taking trades today. I got up early today and watching the Tokyo market, and this is a trade that I took over here just when the market was getting started in Tokyo, and you can see I had a 1 to 1.68 risk to reward ratio, and that was a short trade. And this is the entry point, that white line. This is the stop loss, and that's to take profit, and it worked out well. A scalping trade, and that's what scalping is. You take, 4 or 5 1-minute candles, and then I could have done more, but this, like I say, I'm just getting into this 1-minute chart, and just first time I've looked at the Tokyo market. Could have taken another trade here with this move up, and then could have taken another trade with this move down. So you do 4 or 5 trades like that in an hour or so, and that can really start to add up. And now I'm looking at a 1-minute chart here, trying to figure out what Singapore and Shanghai are gonna do, because we usually get that fake out. And what have we got here? Here's the first candle, first 1-minute candle, second 1-minute candle. Let me get rid of these things here, 'cause that trade is gone, and I'll get rid of this one over here, that's done. Just wanted to share that with you, show you what I'm doing. And we might get a fake out to the upside. It usually fakes us out in the first 5 minutes and then starts to go the real direction. We'll just see what happens here. Yeah, I could have taken a trade right there on that one at 39, and it's already gone up to 45. That would have been $6. A good trade. So I'm really I never used to trade the 1-minute chart, but I've been researching this, looking at it, and toying with the idea, and got my strategy set up here. So I will be doing this more on the 1-minute chart. Gives me a opportunity to take a little bit better entry. Still using the trend lines. Yeah, you need momentum for your strategy, and we certainly need that on the trend line strategy that I use on the 15-minute chart. And as you remember, if a break of the upward trend line and a close above that, then I would go long on that. But I'm kind of just getting back into this here, so I might not take a trade this morning. Not used to swapping between the 1-minute and the 15-minute chart just yet. And here we go. So we got that move up. Was that a fake out? Now we're gonna go back down. So, this 1-minute chart I was in the New York session last night here at 9:30. It's 9:30 in New York, 9:30 p.m. 9:30 a.m. in New York, and 9:30 a.m. for me. So it was 9:36. I took the trade right there, and it was a 1 to 4.73 risk to reward ratio, and that was 15 minutes. And gold dropped 400 pips, just over 400 pips in 15 minutes. So, and yeah, I would call that a scalping trade. It's a bit longer than what technically a scalping trade is called. But my stop loss was right there, and just 6 minutes after Wall Street opened, I took that trade, and it just sank like a brick. Now, if I had just held on to that, maybe dropped my, stop loss below break even or even just trailed it a little bit, it even went down even more, really dropped hard last night in the Wall Street session. But this is what you can do on the 1-minute chart. This is a 1-minute chart we're looking at, guys. And if you want, I'll just explain to you my strategy real quick that I use on this. It's really simple. All right, what I do here on the 1-minute chart, I'm looking for a doji. Okay, I've got a doji right there, and a doji can indicate indecision in the market. It can be a change in direction, or it can be a continuation. But once that doji appears, then I'm looking for what's going to happen. That's giving me a kind of a heads up that something is about to happen, either continuation or a change in direction. And then if the next candle or any candle along there, 2 or 3 candles will break below the moving average, that's the 8 EMA, then I take the trade on the next candle, which you see I did. That's where the yellow arrow is. Let me get rid of that, and you can see right there. The doji, then this candle broke below the 8 EMA, and I took the trade right there and just watched it sink. And that's all there is to the strategy. It's real simple, and it works out most of the time. Here's another doji right there, and this one closed below the 8 EMA. Take that, it wouldn't move up, and then it started to go down. Absolutely. It does that so regularly. Go back to our 15-minute chart, and here we are with a long-legged doji. But that candle's not finished, so that might not finish as a doji. Now just go back to the 1-minute chart, and here's exactly what I could have done. I could have taken it right, this candle closed below that, and I could have taken it right there, and I'd have put my stop loss probably right here, and then this is going down now would be in profit on this 1-minute scalping strategy. And it looks like it's going to continue down. Exact same strategy. This is the 1-minute chart. I have two different things here. I have the red line is a 100 simple moving average, and generally, with it above the 100, you look for a buy trade, and below the 100, you look for a sell trade. That's generally speaking. And you notice also the other thing I have on here is, of course, this is the 8 EMA. Okay, that's my main uh, trigger that I use. If it closes below that, if I had a doji before and then the candle closes below, then I would go short. And you see also on the screen here, I've got my indicator. I made this. It's a script on TradingView, and it shows me for every doji. Here's a doji, here's a doji, here's a doji. 3 dojis in a row. When you get 3 dojis in a row, you know something is about to happen. That should be a real heads up. We're getting some momentum to the downside. Here's a doji here, a long-legged doji. I just made this script so that I could, it's here on my eyes. When that pops up, I know I need to pay attention. And you do sometimes get quite a few dojis. Sometimes you don't get very sometimes you get a lot. But the doji is a very, very important candlestick formation. There's 4 types of doji. The normal doji, the long-legged doji, the gravestone, and the what's the other one called? I've forgotten. It's on the tip of my tongue. See if we've got one here. No. You got a long stretch here with no dojis. Oh, the dragonfly. Yeah, the dragonfly. So you got the dragonfly, the long-legged, and then just the regular doji. Again, a little bit of sideways here now. We'll go back to our 15-minute chart. Excuse me. I did catch a cold in Kathmandu. It was 7 degrees in the morning, which is pretty cold for me. And then when we went up to the mountains, we were at 2,500 meters up in the mountains, the highest point in Kathmandu, and it was really bitter cold. And that was my last day there, and I caught a cold. So, guys, I just want to jump over to the calendar right quick and show you what we've got coming up today. And this is 1 hour before Wall Street opens. We have 3 items on the U.S. economy, and that's the average hourly earnings, and it's non-farm. Again, it's out of sync. Normally, it's the first Friday of every month, but they had some kind of other government shutdown, so that was delayed. But we're getting it today. Non-farm employment change, and that's always a big one, big mover and shaker. So be watching for that. The unemployment rate, and it's projected that it's forecast there'll be no change in the unemployment rate, and the number on the non-farm will be a little bit higher, but we don't know until the data is released. So be watching for that. Check forexfactory.com for your local time. This is my time here. It'll be 8:30 p.m. for me, 1 hour before Wall Street opens. Okay, looks like it wants to go up again. It's mostly in range A. Yeah, Raj, you're talking about Morningstar and the others. Yeah. Oh, I did say to you that I was going to do the London session, perhaps, or the New York session while I was in Kathmandu, but the hotel I was staying in, I didn't have a very good internet connection, and it would have just really been a waste of time to be getting cut out all the time. So I really apologize for that. I really wanted to do some live sessions over there, but I just couldn't because of the poor internet connection. So looking for a morning star and evening star. About the only two candles that I follow are the bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, and the doji. Those are really the only two that I pay any attention to. Well, I don't remember. I think I took 1 or 2 trades while I was there, but mostly I was just enjoying the holiday. It was just so great. Nepal, if you get a chance to go to Nepal, you should go. Man, it's great. The people are so friendly. And they speak English. It was just amazing, and it's so cheap. It's just so cheap. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I went into this really nice French coffee shop and had a hazelnut latte, and it was a big cup, and really delicious coffee, Himalayan Java coffee. And I had 2 croissants, 1 hazelnut chocolate covered croissant or something, and then a regular butter croissant. You're not gonna believe this. The whole thing cost $3. It was just amazing. Yeah, wow. I was really impressed. Sideways trading here, it doesn't look like a whole lot going on so far. Oh, it's only been 15 minutes, hey, that's yeah, that's and now we're on our second candle, second 15-minute candle. But another thing I was gonna say is I've really had to, adjust my lot size because, the moves are so big now. I mean, the candles don't look very big, but we talked about this before I went away. It's deceiving, and like that, 1-minute chart that I showed you with 400 pips, I mean, that in 15 minutes, that's crazy. Gold used to only move 400 pips in a day. Now it does that in 10 or 15 minutes. So the candle sizes are deceiving. So when you're considering your stop loss, I've had to reduce my lot size dramatically because of these gigantic moves that we're seeing in gold. Mhm. Oh yeah, you can eat heaps over there, and the food is really good. And I don't know if you drink or not, but I did have a couple of beers, and it's really good beer. They make beer locally as well, and they have, of course, all the international brands, Carlsberg and that sort of thing. And they're cheap as well, and the food is cheap. Talking about it, I had a great time. I want to go back when it's not so cold because it's winter time over there now, and I'll go back in the summertime. But that would be in like October, September, October. Come on, internet, don't do this to me. Okay, you lost me for a second again there. At least it does kick back in. Yeah, it can be cold over there, but don't worry about that, if you go in the wintertime, it's okay. Every other shop is selling jackets and, gloves and warm clothes, and they're cheap. So, hey, Satu, how are you doing? Every other shop, of course, they're selling mountain gear, down jackets, gloves, hoods, every other shop, it's everywhere, and it's cheap. So you don't need to take that stuff with you. Just buy it when you get there. Mhm. Uh-oh, am I still here? Yeah, I accidentally closed my YouTube channel. Just open that back up again. Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely what you can do, Raj. Just take empty luggage with you, a few changes of underwear and socks, and don't take any warm clothes with you. It's not necessary. You buy it there and it's cheap. So, while I've been away, has anybody what's everybody else been doing? Making any good trades on gold? Now here we are back on the 1-minute chart, and you can see we're just in a range. You can really see that very clearly on the 1-minute chart. This was our first candle right here, and then it's just up and down, up and down, up and down. You really want to avoid these kind of moves, but it's not easy, yeah, you sometimes you get trapped in a sideways move. I would have taken this trade here normally, maybe. I would have taken it probably right there, and so after 10 minutes, it would be a very, very small profit, but it might continue down, and it looks like it's going to. Go back to the 15-minute chart and just trading between the in there. That would be 50.54 and 50.28. It's a big stop loss, but I've reduced my lot size because of that. So we might just get sideways movement most of the day, as generally when we have the non-farm payrolls, the market will be waiting for that news. It's very, very high impact news. Howard, go up to your last two comments. What did you say? Scrolling back up, looking. Okay, started trading 2 weeks ago. Works best trading with a trend, I have found, and a trending market. Okay, cool. And you spent Christmas looking at Tory trades. Oh, great. How did you like that, Howard? Yeah, compliments your Elliott wave. Excellent. Excellent. Good. I'm glad you like that. I looked at that about a year and a half ago, and that's what I use now. I've stayed with it. It's a very simple strategy, easy to understand, easy to set up your chart. Just when I come back to the London session, I'll probably grab this one and just, adjust it to wherever it needs to be. Real easy to set up. Top-down analysis. Need to adjust that one right now. That candle's finished, so I'll put that one right there. Yeah, I'm glad you found that, and it complements what you do. I looked at Elliott Wave a few years ago and just walked away from it. It's heavy duty, simple, easy, clean chart, and works. I've found great success with it. But as I've said, I really I've been toying around with the 1-minute chart, and this helps me to get a good entry, especially on the open, especially on the Wall Street open, like that one I just showed you. Uh, you know, a couple of scalping trades. and sometimes you can hold them for 10 or 15 minutes in the opening, and using this, Doji and my 8 EMA works really, really well. And generally in the New York Open, you'll get a big move one way or the other, usually. And tonight should be exciting with the, non-farm payrolls, and trying to come down, but not going very far. Looks like it might head on down there. But the Asian session is generally just considered to be the accumulation session, and then London will manipulate the trade up and down between the highs and lows, and then the New York session will be determine the direction. In fact, let me show you one more chart before I go. Um, if I can, yeah, get over here and go down to my. I might have showed you guys this chart before. This is the chart I use for the New York session. And I set it up like this, where I mark all of the highs and lows. So I've started today here, and this will be the Asian session, the accumulation session, with the Asian high and the Asian low. And this is the previous day low from yesterday and the previous day high. But the reason that trade worked out so well last night was because right here, I've moved the lines since last night, but right here, this went up above the Asian high, took out all that liquidity, and then got this. So I was watching that on the 1 minute chart, and it was so easy to see with that long wick that you've got there that that's all the institutions did. They pushed above, broke above the Asian high, took out all that liquidity there, all the stop losses, the pending orders, and then we got the real move down. That's what made that so easy yesterday. You can see this is just from yesterday here. But I've moved my lines this morning, so there was a line right across, right about there was the Asian high yesterday, and the institution was called, and then the real move started. So this is a little bit different chart that I use. I use this one for the New York session. And we'll go back to the chart that I use for the Asian session. Well, just getting a look at all these sideways candles. Tokyo, even before Tokyo opened, it did make a big move up, but that's a normal move when the first New Zealand opens and they get all excited and go one direction or the other. Usually, you get a big range between the first couple of candles, but then when Tokyo opened, it's just been sideways generally. You can do some scalping there, as I've showed you on the 1 minute chart. Oh, I think I've somehow or another just disconnected my. Let me get the screen back on here again. There we go. Don't know what happened there. Okay, on the 15 chart. What was that question? Do I know the what? Auction market theory? No, I don't know that. Oh, come on. I think it's coming back now. Okay, there it's back. Thanks for that, guy. I clicked the wrong button. I don't know. Sorry about that. Got rid of my screen share. No, I don't know. What auction market theory? Never heard of that. Like premium and discount price using volume profile. Okay. Yeah, Howard, play with it. You'll like it. It's something I've been using for, oh God, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, and it works on any time frame. But I've just been recently uh, implementing it on the 1 minute chart to give me better entries, especially with the open. I'm really starting to like the New York Open, Wall Street at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, 9:30 p.m. my time. You know, 15 minutes you can really get some good trades because you get a pretty good move on the open. But yeah, that doji strategy is called the T line strategy. The T line, it means trigger line. That's the 8 EMA. And I got that from a guy in the United States, Stephen Bigelow. He has since passed away, and he was trading for 30 or 40 years. And he shared that on YouTube. And I've been using that at least 5 or 6 years. Works on any time frame. Yeah, Raj, if you like the trendline strategy, just go to that ToriTrades.com. Find her on YouTube, Tori Trades, and she pretty much explains everything. If you watch, I think she's got a playlist where you can see how she sets up the chart and everything. It's real simple, very, very simple, easy to understand. Well, we're just getting a lot of side bounced off of the trend line here like 3 times already. Very, very sideways. Very, very much of a range market. Okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's been, about 35 minutes already, 40 minutes, and we're just getting sideways movement, not a lot going on. And I need to get a little bit of rest to get over this cold as quickly as I can. I appreciate all of you joining in and watching the notification pop up and you showed up. And I'm sorry that I wasn't here during the last 10 days, but I will be here again every day, Monday to Friday, same time, same channel, and possibly doing the New York session as well. So thanks again for your comments, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Have a great day wherever you are in the world.